A warm welcome to all of you. Today we are discussing the sense organs part 3. The last two videos of the sense organs we already learned the structure of eye, some common defects of eye, etc. Today we are discussing the ear, the structure of the ear and functions of ear. What are the main functions of ear? Sense of hearing and body balance. Yes, first we can discuss the structure of the ear. Mainly, ear has three divisions. Three main divisions are there. Outer ear, here you can see, this is outer ear. Then middle ear, the next one, inner ear. The outer ear. The outer ear is the first division of the ear that consists of three main parts. Pinna, here you can see the projecting part is called pinna or auricle. Then the passage we call it as auditory canal. Then you can see here eardrum or tympanum. The technical term of eardrum, that is tympanum. Then what is the function of outer ear? Outer ear collect the sound in pinna, then that will pass through the auditory canal in the form of sound waves. Then it will reaches the eardrum. When it will reaches the eardrum will vibrate. The middle ear. Middle ear is the other major division of the ear. It consists of four main parts. First one, ear ossicles, then eustachian tube, oval window, round window. These are the four main parts of middle ear. First we can go through ear ossicles. Ear ossicles consist of three tiny bones. Three tiny bones. They are malleus, incus, stapes. Malleus, also called hammer. You can see here is like hammer. The shape is like hammer. Then incus or anvil. Then stapes. This part, that is stapes or stirrup. Then the technical term of hammer, that is malleus, anvil, incus, stirrup, stapes respectively. The second part, that is eustachian tube. Eustachian tube connect the cavity of the middle ear with the throat. You can see here, connects the cavity of the middle ear with the throat. This is eustachian tube, but it's a part of middle ear, we can see. Connects the cavity of the middle ear with the throat. Then what is the main function of this eustachian tube? It equalizes the air pressure on either side of the eardrum and allowing eardrum to vibrate freely. Then because of the presence of this eustachian tube, yes, that eardrum vibrate freely because it equalizes the air pressure. The third part of middle ear, that is oval window. The flat part of stapes, you can see here, stapes fit on the oval window. A membrane covered opening lead to inner ear, that is oval window. A membrane covered opening lead to inner ear. Then another part, that is round window, also covered by a thin membrane. It connects the middle ear and the inner ear. Then round window also connects middle ear and inner ear. Then oval window. What is the function? What is oval window? It's a membrane covered opening lead to inner ear. Then flat part of the stapes. Here you can see the stapes fits on oval window. The inner ear. The technical term of inner ear is membranous labyrinth. This is very important. Question may come like this. Draw the diagram of membranous labyrinth. You don't confuse with that. Yes, membranous labyrinth means inner ear. Then it consists of mainly two main parts. Inner ear consists of two main parts. Cochlea. First part cochlea. Then another part is semicircular canal. Here you can see semicircular canals. Then cochlea, we can go through the cochlea. What is cochlea? It is a spiral shaped and looks like snail shell, right? It's a spiral shaped and looks like snail shell. It has 2.5 turns. You can see here. The inner winding cavity is divided into 3 parallel canals. Here, the inner winding cavity is divided into 3 parallel canals separated by a membrane. You can see here. Then the median cochlear canal. The median canal we call it as cochlear canal. This cochlear canal filled with a fluid. That fluid we call it as endolymph. Then endolymph is filled in cochlear canal. Median canal is filled with endolymph. That means cochlear canal filled with endolymph. The other two canals filled with perilymph. You can see here. Yes, the cochlear canal contains an area possessing sensory cells. That area is a spiral organ. That spiral organ called organ of Corti. The spiral organ for hearing, we can say spiral organ for hearing, that is called organ of Corti, that consists of sensory cells. Then the nerve fibers from these sensory cells, the nerve fibers arising from these sensory cells join the auditory nerve. Yes, here you can see, yes, this is nerve fibers arising from the sensory cells join the auditory nerve. The sensory cells lies on the basilar membrane. This is the basilar membrane. Then these sensory cells are lies on the basilar membrane. The other part of inner ear is semicircular canals. Mainly there are 3 semicircular canals you can see here. Yes, these 3 semicircular canals which are arranged at right angles to each other in 3 different planes, so that one is horizontal. You can see here is one semicircular canal is horizontal and the other 2 are vertical. 2 vertical semicircular canals. One end of each canal is widened to form an ampulla which contains sensory cells. Then the ampulla region that contains sensory cells for dynamic balance while the body is in motion. The nerve fibers are arising from this ampulla because sensory cells are there. Then nerve fibers arising from them join the auditory nerve. Here you can see is nerve fibers arising from the ampulla that joins the auditory nerve. The short stem, here you can see short stem joining the base of the semicircular canal. Yes, semicircular canal to the cochlea shows 2 parts, utriculus and asaculus. That short stem commonly we call it as vestibule. The short stem is called vestibule that consists of 2 structures, utriculus and 2 parts, utriculus and saculus. These 2 parts contain, utriculus and saculus contain sensory cells for static balance when the body is in stationary, as in standing. Then utriculus and saculus contain sensory cells that for static balance, when the body is in stationary as in standing. What are the functions of the ear? Mainly there are two functions. First function, that is hearing. The other function, can you say? The other function is balancing. We can discuss the first function, hearing. First point, pinna collects the sound waves and conducts them through the external auditory canal. You can see here is what is the function of pinna? Pinna collects the sound waves and conducts them through the external auditory canal. They finally strikes the eardrum, which is set into vibration. Then eustachian tube equalizes the air pressure on either side of the eardrum. Here you can see. The vibrating eardrum sets the three ossicles also into vibration. Here you can see three ossicles, ear ossicles. What are they? Malleus, incus and stapes or stirrup. The other name of stapes, that is stirrup. Then this vibrating stirrup, finally from the eardrum, the vibration pass into malleus, then into incus, then finally it will reach the stirrup. Then from the stirrup, the vibration transmits to the membrane of the oval window. Here you can see is where that stirrup attached in the oval window. Then that membrane also vibrates, then which in turn sets the fluid contained in the cochlear canal also into vibration. Then this vibration enter into the cochlear canal or median canal of the cochlea. Then the fluid present in the cochlear canal also will vibrate. The vibrating movements of this fluid stimulate the hair-like process of the sensory cells. You can see here the hair-like process of the sensory cells of the cochlea, and the impulse is transmitted to the brain via auditory nerve. When it will reaches the impulse will reaches the brain, then we can hear the sound. But here very important point you have to remember, the sound is passing till the tympanum, from the pinna through the auditory canal till the tympanum, that is in the form of sound waves. But after that, from the tympanum will vibrate. Then from the tympanum is to the ear ossicles and the other part, oval window and the cochlea, the sound will pass is in the form of vibration. Very important. Vibration. Middle ear and inner ear, sound will pass in the form of vibration, but in the outer ear, sound will pass in the form of sound waves. Very important point. Then one more important question you have to remember, what are the different structures involved in hearing? Can you say what are the different structures involved in hearing? Yes, that is first part pinna, then auditory canal, then we can say eardrum, ear ossicles, three ear ossicles, oval window, then you can say cochlea. These are the different structures involved in, or different parts involved in hearing. Our sensory endings can receive only those from 20 to 20,000 Hz. Most keenly heard sounds are those at frequencies between 1000 to 4000 Hz. The other main function of the ear is balancing. The sensory cells in the semicircular canal, where is it located? In the ampulla region of the semicircular canal. Is sensory cells are located in the ampulla region of the semicircular canal. Yes, that is concerned with dynamic equilibrium. That is, the body is in motion. Similar type of sensory cells located in the is utriculus and sacculus. Where is it located? Utriculus and sacculus is a part of vestibule or the stem that connects the semicircular canal and the cochlea. That consists of utriculus and sacculus. These utriculus and sacculus contain sensory cells. These sensory cells register the static balance with respect to the gravity. And we can say, yes, utriculus and sacculus is responsible for static balance, then semicircular canals responsible for dynamic equilibrium or dynamic balance. Revision, exam-based questions and answers we are discussing here. First one, name the following. The tube that connects the cavity of middle ear and the throat is eustachian tube. The nerve that transmits impulse from ear to the brain, auditory nerve. The ear ossicle attached to the tympanum. The ear ossicle attached to the tympanum. Which ear ossicle? Malleus. The part which equalizes the air pressure in the middle ear and the external ear. That is also eustachian tube. The organ of hearing. Organ of Corti. Write the functions of the following. First one, eustachian tube. Eustachian tube equalizes the air pressure on either side of the eardrum, allowing it to vibrate freely. The next one, utriculus. What is the function of utriculus? Static balance. Semicircular canals, dynamic balance or dynamic equilibrium. Sacculus, again static balance. Utriculus and sacculus responsible for static balance. Organ of Corti. Organ of Corti for hearing. Then oval window. Oval window, what is the function? It will transmit vibration, sound vibration from a stapes or stirrup to the cochlea. We can say the endolymph of cochlear canal, right? Or the fluid present in the cochlear canal. Then next one, tympanum. What is the function of tympanum? Tympanum convert sound waves into sound vibration, right? Yes, when the sound waves reaches the tympanum, then that will convert into sound vibration. Very important. Write the technical terms. Inner ear. What is the technical term of inner ear? Membranous labyrinth. Anvil. What is anvil? The technical term is incus. Hammer, malleus. Stirrup, stapes. Thank you, children. Have a good day. Subscribe my channel and press the bell icon. If you like my channel, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.